Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley. I think, knock on wood, my cough is gone, and we're going to be able to just have a normal episode today, but we'll see what happens. It's one of those things like a serial killer in a movie where you think it's dead and then it comes back to life. So we'll see what happens. But we're here to talk about Love is Blind Italy, episodes 5 and 6. They dropped 4 new episodes today, so we're just going to do the first 2, but first of all, what was this beautiful event you went to this weekend? Because I saw all your pictures and it looked gorgeous.
Oh, it was my aunt's 60th birthday, like tea party brunch thing at
Oh,
Hotel
cute.
Bel Air. She's actually turning 61, but last year her grandchildren were born and it was just a really busy year, a lot going
Mm-hmm.
on. So she wasn't able to celebrate. So my cousins actually surprised her and threw like a bridal shower, lunch and tea at Hotel
Aw,
Bel Air.
nice.
It was really nice. So
Wait, who's getting married?
why did I say bridal
Oh,
shower?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I meant
Oh,
birthday. I meant like this birthday. It was her birthday. It was for her 60th birthday. 60th, but she's
oh,
really
okay.
turning 61. But it was to celebrate since she didn't get to celebrate last year. So it was like a surprise. I said bridal shower because my cousin, the one whose daughter it is, she actually had a tea party for her like bridal
Mm-hmm.
shower
Oh,
too.
nice.
So, but yeah, so they love a tea party. So yeah, we did like a little tea party lunch
Yeah,
from
that's
2 to 5 yesterday. It was really cute.
like a famous hotel, right? I feel like I've heard of it before.
I think so. I've actually
Yeah.
never been there before.
Oh,
It
okay.
was my first time, but it was fancy. Like it was super
Yeah.
nice. Like the bathroom had like vanity mirrors and like when you dry your hands is like actual washcloths. They have lotion for your hands. Like this is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. Wait, is this your mom's sister?
My mom's brother's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I was gonna
so
say, I know it's your mom's 60th birthday this week, so I was like, isn't that kind of stealing your mom's thunder a little bit? But if it's not her
yeah.
sister, it's like
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah, it's I mean, they can't it's her brother's wife, like, so
yeah.
she's, like, I call her my mommy Roma, that's what we call her, but
Aw.
yeah, so, yeah, they're a week apart, so they're a year
So
and a
they
week up yeah, they're a year and a week apart, and then me and their daughter, my cousin, are a year and a day apart, so
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah. So they always celebrate their birthdays together, and then all our lives growing up, me and my cousin Natasha have always celebrated our birthdays together. So I'm May 2nd, she's May 3rd.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Then you kind of get all the family together and do both. It's kind of nice to do it all
Yeah.
together.
We used to
Yeah.
when we were
Yeah.
younger, and now we don't.
No.
That's her thing. I
It,
just do mine, and then yeah, and then
it's
60's like
harder.
a big one. 60's a big
Mm-hmm.
one, so she wants to have her individual
Yeah.
moment, and then next weekend, this coming Sunday, we will do my mom's
Mm-hmm.
moment. So hopefully my mom's is just as nice because me and my
Yeah.
sister are in charge of it. I definitely feel the pressure now. I was like, oh, this is nice. Okay, so we need like telling my
Yeah.
sister all this stuff we forgot, like photographer. We forgot a photographer.
Oh,
Like,
that's smart because now you got to see hers and you can be like, okay, like what do we need to change or like add
what
on
we
to it?
miss?
So
Yeah,
that's
no,
good.
we've been like all day, like, okay, we need to add this. We need to add
Yeah.
this.
That's perfect. It was like a practice run for the birthday. So
Yeah, but now we're like, we only have a week, so if we need to order stuff, we need to like do it ASAP. So
yeah.
yeah.
I know. I love hearing about other people's birthdays because mine is 2 days after Christmas. My husband's is 2 days before Christmas. So I feel like we always have our thunder stolen by
Yep.
Christmas. So I'm like, it must be
100%.
so nice to have a birthday in a regular time. But that's why I had his birthday at the end of November this year so that Christmas didn't steal all the thunder because people have a lot to do in December. Having to have a party, I'm sure you understand because you're doing the same thing. It's like Christmas parties and all this other stuff going on. So it's
So
nice
much.
when you can find a day that works for everybody. So
Yeah.
You must be getting excited. It's coming up. Is it a surprise or no? Is
It's
she
not a
listening to this?
surprise. No,
Oh, okay,
no, no,
okay,
no.
good.
It's not a surprise. She knows. She's aware.
Okay, okay.
So, because she's, I think she really wanted a party, but she didn't want to say she wanted a party. She just kept saying, "I want something small and intimate." And now that we just planned, like, although I think 35 people is not small and intimate, that's basically a
No.
party. Like, she's like,
Yeah.
"My party, my party." I'm like, "It's a dinner.
Uh-uh.
It's a dinner. It's not a party. It is a
Yeah.
dinner." Like, so she's
Yeah,
excited.
that's a good amount of people. So you guys will
Yeah.
have a good time.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, should we get into Love is Blind Italy? Or wait, do we have any receipt reports? Anything going down? I think
Do-
there was something about Alexa and Brennan that came out last week that we haven't talked about yet. Like, she gave a little more details, right?
Yeah, I guess so. She basically responded to his divorce petition
Mm-hmm.
and said that he's at fault for the divorce, and she's requesting more of the more of the share of the assets, and she said that he
Mm-hmm.
was like wasting assets. And so, I things are different by state. That's what makes things so tricky. So the something that could mean something in California law is not necessarily what it means in like Texas law. One of my
Yeah.
followers actually is a Texas lawyer and like sent me
Oh, nice.
some like information on like Texas law. So apparently when whatever Brennan said in his divorce filing is pretty much what other states would consider irreconcilable differences and no fault, like nobody's fault. Like, so he wasn't saying
Mm-hmm.
like, I think he said like difference in personalities or something, right?
Yeah.
So that wasn't like saying that she's at fault for the divorce. It was just kind of like amicable, but she's saying that he is at fault and that he
Mm-hmm.
wasted assets, which could mean anything. It could mean like gambling, it could mean like he like spending it on alcohol, just spending it on things that are not, you know,
Mm-hmm.
marital, like for the marital
Yeah.
purposes. So that's what she's saying, which makes it seem like the divorce is getting like messy if she's like
Yeah.
responding with her own petition and then putting fault on him and like publicly saying that he was wasting marital assets. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously her reasonings don't make a lot of sense if she's the one with like most of the money, which I think we all know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying that she needs it for future spousal support. That's why she needs more shares, like, future spousal support. She's saying that she needs it for attorney fees, like things that are like, well, you have
Yeah.
money, so like you wouldn't really need
Mm-hmm.
more for those reasons, but she
Yeah.
could get more if it's proven that he was in fact wasting marital assets. So I think that is the update. It seems to like maybe not be as amicable as we thought. So
Yeah. I know
yeah.
everybody's obviously like looking for clues now on their social media. And that's the problem is like social media is so fake, right? Because they did do like Halloween costumes together and they were posting lots of reels. But people did point out, I think they posted something on Halloween and then it looks like he filed on November 5th. So that's like super fast.
Yeah.
But people
Super fast.
pointed out that in the start of the video, he was like fully dressed and the girls were in their PJs. So it kind of gives like he's living somewhere else and he came over.
Mm,
I know she posted about doing like a girls' trip recently, so he didn't like with her family, but he wasn't there. So it's
mm,
hard to say if like this was a sudden thing that came out of nowhere, or maybe they have been living separately for months and we just didn't know because people post together and you're like, oh, they're fine, they're doing great. And I don't know what his job is. Like, I'm assuming her job is obviously influencing in all these videos and posts. So if she's probably making a lot more than he is, I don't think anyone's paying him a lot to advertise things, but them together is making money. So I think there was some post he did where it was basically talking about like what is he going to do with his life. So I could see how that would be annoying if like you're making all this money influencing, but the reason that she's making the money is because them as a married couple on Love Is Blind got this audience because of
mm.
that. So it's like he
Yeah.
is kind of entitled to that, but then she'd probably do fine
But
without
do
him.
we know that that's her full-time job? Like, what if I would imagine that if her family has money, she has some sort of like job
Hmm.
within her dad's company or whatever. Like, do we know that that's like
Yeah.
her main source of income?
No.
Maybe she makes money elsewhere. I mean, because it's been known, like even before Love Is Blind, that she publicly said, like, I make more money than him, you know? And I think she said that
Mhm.
even in the divorce petition, she wants to just keep like her earnings because she
Yeah.
makes significantly more than him. So I don't
I know
know.
when
It's
they
getting
when they
tricky.
have when they have jobs outside of social media, like I know Taylor and Daniel, that Taylor's still like a nurse, they usually post about it. They make a big deal about it. And I've never seen Alexa post like this is my job, but it might be something she can't talk about. I don't know. But my guess is it's just the influencing because I know she's done really well. I think she has over 1 million followers, which
Oh, does
is,
she? Why did I not
yeah.
notice
Oh
that?
yeah, no, no, she's probably been one of the bigger ones to come out of that. She has 1.1 million. So she
Oh,
definitely
wow. Okay,
makes a
she's
career.
definitely making, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's her full-time career. And
What does he
yeah,
have?
I'm sure
How many followers
how
does he
many
have?
does he have? I think he has like 400,000.
Okay.
So, but it's hard. Like, say she went on that show and said no to Brendan, or they didn't get married. Would she still have gathered that following? Because obviously the married couples end up doing the best, except for Jess. She's the only one who got that huge following without being like one of the married couples. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see how that could get so messy, right? Like, how do you decide whose money that is if she's getting paid for her post, but it's because she was on the show or she got married to him? Like, that seems like it's going to be really tricky to figure out who owes what and who's. Oh, he has an insurance thing on his bio. It says DM me for insurance and his last name, Lemieux Insurance. So he has a regular job.
Oh, okay.
Although the page has 3 posts in the last year and a half, so I don't know if he's working a lot at it. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he took their money to start this business and then didn't follow through. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I
Who
think
knows?
there
We
will
need more details.
definitely be more to come. Oh, I think another receipt report from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Did we talk about that? Demi is getting sued by
Yeah.
Marciano. That officially. I think we have a. We talked about Cal and his girlfriend, right? Already.
Yes, we talked
Okay.
about that,
Okay, but
but
yeah,
yeah.
Demi and Marciano officially filed a lawsuit
Mhm. And
against
not
Demi and production. Jeff
yeah,
Jenkins.
so
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not surprising. I He did say, like, in his filing or in a post or something about being cut out of something. Do you think he was at the reunion and they cut that out? That's sort of the way I
No,
read it.
no, 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 no. He actually made a post, a very cringy post. And that's the thing is like he needs to stop posting because it's just giving cringe.
Yeah.
But he posted a story or basically calling, him like referring to Brett as like piss Brett and basically saying he wasn't allowed to be at the reunion to
Uh-oh.
defend himself. And I think he's saying like, we did see he's saying that in this post he said that the whole season was about him and his storyline and that scenes were cut that would like basically tell the truth or tell more of his side, and that is why he's going forward with production. I think the official lawsuit said something along the lines of like they have information that shows that these claims are false, that her
Mhm.
stories have been inconsistent over time, and they like knowingly produced like false information to paint the picture a certain way, and
Mhm.
apparently they have more information than what they're telling us, and any information that painted him in a good light was cut out of the show is what he was saying.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't
Yeah, the
allowed to
way
be at the reunion. So
Yeah, the way I read it where it said, like, it built major storylines around her claims, republished her sexual predator statements, and aired the allegations in a way designed to maximize impact while cutting Marciano out and denying him any meaningful opportunity to respond. So I don't know if they meant, like, cut out what he said or cut him out of being able to go. So that's good that you clarified that because they just said he said in his statement they cut him out. So it's like, cut you out of what? So he wasn't
yeah.
even allowed. So I think the why he's suing production is because they cut out how much, like 12 hours from that reunion, but they let the part where Demi says he was a predator and he did this and he did that to her, and they know that that's not true. So that's why they're being held responsible because they could have been like, Demi, we don't have any proof of this. You can't just say this on a show watched by billions of people, and we can't air this, but they aired it.
Right.
So,
And I'm pretty sure that at that reunion, in those 12 hours, the women were questioning her,
mhm,
legitimacy of her story because we see them doing it all season. So I doubt they didn't do it at the reunion where they said, this is why, this is why, this is why. But the thing is her defense is always going to be, oh, well,
mhm,
you can't question how somebody reacts to SA.
mhm,
So that's going to be her defense. Even if they have it on camera where it looks consensual, she can always say it looks consensual, but internally, I was not feeling this way. So
mhm.
it's like, how do you even argue that? It's going to be based on a judge deciding, okay, this looks consensual or this doesn't,
Mhm.
if there's footage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually networks won't air stuff like that if they don't have any proof. So I feel like the show has been a little irresponsible in like allowing that to happen. But then, like you said, if someone says that happened to them, to like deny them or tell them that's not true unless you have proof is also tricky because we're in a time now where we want to believe women and we want to
Yeah.
believe victims, and it is really hard to prove these kinds of things when they
Yeah.
happen, right? So it feels like to me is really like relying on that fact that it's going to be hard to prove her wrong. But have you seen any clips of when they were together on Vanderpump Villa? Because I didn't
No,
watch it.
I didn't
Oh,
watch it either. Mm-mm.
they're very, like, friendly with each other, and she said something to him to the effect of, like, "I almost divorced my husband, like, 47 times," and, like, they're hugging, like, very cozy, embracing, so I'm not watched that season, but now I want to because
I
all
want to
of
go
this.
back and just watch the episodes where the wives are on it for sure. I mean, the
Yeah.
Mormon wives are on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did I saw Marciano do some video where he said he's filming in LA right now. Did you see that? Like, what is he filming?
Mm-mm. I
Oh.
don't know, but he's so cringe. Like that's what makes it so hard. Like you know what I mean? Like she's cringe, he's cringe. But he's just something about him is like nails on a chalkboard. He's like,
Mm.
yeah, piss drinking Brett or something like that. Like he was referencing the fruity pebbles of it all, like, oh, pissy Brett, like,
Yeah.
like decided to get up there and it's like, oh my God, you're cringe, like,
Yeah.
but that doesn't make you a sexual predator because you're a cringy bitch?
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I do believe to me that he probably did grab. He didn't say, "Hey, can I grab your ass right now?" and then grabbed it. I think he just grabbed it a couple times. And
Yeah,
whether he was getting those signals from her and she was comfortable hugging him and cuddling him and touching him, does that make that still sexual assault? That's where the questions are,
yeah,
because I
yeah,
don't think she pulled that totally out of her ass of like he grabbed my ass. I think
yeah.
she knows that happened and she probably did feel a bit weird about it in the moment, and she's just holding on to that. But to compare that to other people's, is
Absolutely.
not the same. So
Absolutely. I agree.
yeah.
I agree with you. I think it happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I think it happened. He did it because he thought it was consensual and they were vibing. She felt
Hmm.
weird about it in the moment and didn't necessarily ask for it or want it to happen. And she kind of just let it go. But I think now that all of this is stirred up, she's remembering that moment of like, oh, I remember when he grabbed my butt and I didn't necessarily want it. So again,
Hmm.
even if it is on tape, you don't really know how that person's feeling internally. But I
Hmm.
do think it is dramatic to call that a sexual predator because you don't
Yeah.
send pictures of your daughter to somebody that you sincerely believe is a predator. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me. Why would you send pictures of your daughter to someone you deem a predator?
Yeah.
So
And have her husband become friends with him and sending him DoorDash and gonna have him over and all of that stuff. So,
yeah.
someone shared their bedroom. I don't know if this was true or just like a joke video, but it had like pineapple stuff all in it, and you know what that means, right?
No.
You know, you don't know about the pineapples?
No. I know it's
Okay.
like a safe word, right?
No, if people have pineapples, allegedly, I don't know like the whole details of this because I don't do this, but if you got pineapples, that means you're a swinging couple. So if you drive by someone's house and they got a pineapple decor on the front porch, that means they're swingers. And apparently, this is like an urban legend, I think, because I always hear like, oh, there's people in your neighborhood or in your town doing it, but you never actually see it or hear it personally someone. So I think maybe it's just a rumor in every town, but it's like you got the pineapples outside and you leave your garage door a little open, and apparently that means down for swinging.
I never knew this. I've literally never heard of this.
Yeah, so if you meet a couple and they're wearing pineapples, unless you're down to join them for a little fun, steer clear. Don't go near the pineapple people. So,
Wow, that's news to me. I'm like, it's a safe word. It's it's
no,
like
it's
I don't know if you eat pineapple, supposed to make your
yeah,
hoo-ha sweet. Like I just thought, I didn't know that it had its own secret code
it's
language.
like the international swinging symbol, which is funny because a lot of
Oh,
people don't know. So what if you just found like a cute dress with a pineapple and you go on like a vacation or a cruise in a pineapple dress and you're gonna get weird conversations coming your way, I think. So steer clear of
oh
the
my god.
pineapples.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I totally have worn a pineapple bathing suit on
Oh
vacation,
no.
pineapple shorts, like for sure have. Like and now I'm trying to think back to all of my interactions when I had pineapples on.
Yeah, if you're wearing a pineapple, you're down to be the guest star in a couple's fun. Although I don't really know the rules of swinging. Like, does it have to maybe be another couple or do they bring in singles? I don't know. We can ask
I don't
Demi one day. But
I don't know.
so
I don't know
people
the rules.
people are feeling like that's why they were so friendly to Marciano. It's not that Demi was doing anything behind Brett's back. It's that this is what they do. They find third parties, and so that was her pick, and
So
maybe they
is
bring
that the
women.
theory that's what they're protecting, not necessarily because this whole like, oh, I never wanted this to come out, but it's like, are you protecting the fact that you and Brett are swingers and you don't want? But
I
Marciano
think
would have
so.
told us though. Marciano would
Yeah,
have spilled the beans that
I
she
don't
was
think
trying to bring him into the bedroom.
Yeah, I don't think they ever got to that point of conversation. Like, it's clear that Demi was very friendly with him, and I don't know that whole DoorDash thing. He wanted to send him food. Like, obviously, they were both aware that he was a part of her life and like talking. So I don't know. Swinging seems to be popular in Utah, I guess, which is so ironic that
It
these.
is so ironic that
Mhm.
these Mormon, quote unquote, Mormon people, they have all of these strict rules and strict, you know, things regarding sex. They can't drink coffee, they can't do all of this certain stuff, but you can swing and
Yeah.
you can drink urine and you could do like it's so hypocritical and whatever. But I it does very much seem like Brett has no problem with this, that he was very well
Hmm.
aware of what was going on. It did not so I don't really know why she didn't just take that approach and say, me and my husband have an open marriage. We've seen Whitney on Salt Lake publicly say how they have an agreement, they have an arrangement,
Yeah.
and it could have been as simple as that. Me and my husband's aware of what I'm doing. We have an arrangement, and it's nobody
Hmm.
else's business.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be like the religion of like loopholes, I think. Like how they they don't drink, but like they'll do ketamine, and like they don't
Yeah,
have sex before marriage. Well, once you're married, you can fuck everyone in the town. So it's like
yeah.
it's interesting. But maybe
Although
everyone's
all of
doing this.
them seem to have had children very young and before marriage.
I can imagine that just breeds a lot of boredom, right? And that's why they do these wild things. Because I can't, like, I didn't have kids till I was 31. Like, still, I was older and I had all that fun in my 20s. But if you're having your kids at 20, all of a sudden you're 25, 28, you've done your life, you're married, your kids are here. Like, I guess maybe you're like craving that wild side that you never got to do. So you do it with other married couples. So,
I
I mean,
guess.
if they're not hurting anyone and they're all consenting, go for it. But it seems like
Right.
it's getting messy with this kind of Marciano
Yeah, I
type
don't know what
third
she
party stuff.
expected. It's like if I don't know what she expected. She had to know that he was going to hit her with a lawsuit. And now
Mhm,
with this, like the truth will come out. Any footage that is out there will have to be presented. So
mhm.
we'll just have to
I
see.
Yeah, I feel like they usually settle these things so that we don't get too much info, but I don't know what kind of money Demi and her husband have, and I don't know. I'm assuming they would turn around and sue production as well, and so production will end up having to settle with them, so we'll see what happens. But I
Yeah.
think when you have a show this big, lawsuits are bound to happen, like we've seen on Love is Blind, and once you start becoming so big, you're gonna have people bitter in the wake of it, especially if they're getting called sexual predators and they don't feel like they are. So
Yeah.
it's getting messy, but Should we get into Love is Blind Italy now?
Let's
That's what
do
people
it.
are here for. Yes. So we started episode 5 with Karen and Nicola's fight that kind of left over from the party. He was really gaslighting her, right? Like really bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a shit show. Like he was
Uh-huh.
just so closed off, so dismissive, so like I didn't like the way he was speaking to her. Like he
Mm-mm.
wasn't trying to see her point of view at all. It was
No.
just blame, blame, blame. She's like, you know, my point is I don't care that you went to talk to her, but you didn't. Oh, well, you were over there with a couple. And what was I supposed to do? Come over there too? Oh, well, you told me to go talk to her. Like you, and I was like, damn, you're missing her point. Like this is
Yeah.
her point and you're all over here with it. Like,
Hmm. And he said she was overreacting, which is the worst thing you can say to a woman or anyone when you're trying to like get your feelings out, right? And to call someone overreacting, it's like telling them to calm down when they're not. It's not a time to be calm. She's trying to express that you upset her, and he, yeah, he said she's overreacting, so immediately she has to like not express how she's feeling then and like tone it down. And she had every right, I think, to be upset with him in that moment. So,
yeah, I agree. I agree. I think the two of them have very different communication styles.
hmm
And I do not see this working
no.
at all.
No, we'll get there, but I'm
Yeah.
like, she's not gonna introduce her son to me. That's the biggest red flag that she knows she ain't getting married to this guy. There's no chance, because who would do
Yeah.
that? Like, you're
Yeah.
not gonna marry someone and be like, "This is your stepdad you've never met before, and he's gonna move in with us, and we're married now." Like,
I
I don't
mean,
think
I
any
think
mother would do that.
I think there's a lot, but also her son is older, so he can
Oh,
make
that's
that
true.
choice of like, I don't want to meet this guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But also, I think that there's a lot of flags, even just in these 2 episodes. We haven't even seen, you know, episode 7 and 8. They probably broke up. Shit, we don't
Yeah.
even know. But I'm just saying, like, seeing these 2 episodes, I'm like, okay, there's just so
Mhm.
many flags that they're not gonna work. Especially like he didn't fully tell his parents about her. You know,
Yeah.
like they're all, I don't know what's up with the parent thing in Italy. It must be like, I know certain cultures heavily rely and have like are heavily influenced by their parents' thoughts and you know what their parents approve of. Like,
Mhm.
luckily, like my mom is Indian and like her parents' approval is everything to her and her siblings. Not so much now because shit, everybody done lived their life, but like,
Yeah.
you know, like my cousins, for example, they're full Indian and their parents' approval is of the utmost importance. Like, you know,
Mhm.
like Natasha, Nevin, that's their names. They would
Mhm.
never do marry somebody outside of their parents' approval. Like my mom, on
Mhm.
the other hand, was a little rebel.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
She
mean?
was
But that
rogue.
she went rogue. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But them, like they wouldn't.
No.
It is important, you know. So, but it seems like, you know, in Italy, it's just like, you know, he was so worried about his parents' approval and
Yeah.
didn't even feel comfortable telling them the full truth about her, like, you know? So,
It is wild how many of them went on the show, went to the step of getting engaged when they never told their parents. And to me, like, I think we've seen it a few times in the US one, when they don't tell their families that they're doing this, it's really giving, we're just here for the screen time and I'm not actually getting married, so don't worry about it. So,
yeah.
which we'll get there, but part of me did kind of say that at some point, right? Where he was like, "This opens a lot of doors being on the show." I'm like, "Damn!" Like I thought they were all so genuine on
Did
this
he
show.
say that? I must have missed that. I knew, and again, I don't know if this is the translation, and we'll get to Parvy and Georgiana, but he
Hmm.
said like he kept referring to it as a game, right? Like
Yeah.
he was like, it's a game, and this is how it goes, and
Hmm.
you know. And
Yeah.
I was like, but I didn't even catch him saying it
Yeah. He
opens a
said
lot of
being here
doors.
is opening a lot of doors, but now it's like, oh damn, the wedding's coming up. It's getting real. So yeah, I think unfortunately, even though this is the first season of the Italy one, they're all very aware of what being on the show can bring. We're hearing a lot about their businesses, and I think a lot of them are just here for the exposure, which makes me sad. I thought that we had genuine here, but also we thought the UK one was so genuine and they all got divorced. So I think unfortunately everybody knows what Love is Blind is, no matter the country. And we're not getting a lot of genuine people anymore. And I think,
Perfect.
oh, perfect. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. We don't have to at dinner with Karen and like, do you feel like these people fight, which I actually like, and I do feel like it's genuine. They have these like big fights, so I think they're breaking up, but then the next scene they're like, totally cool and happy, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they got over that. I feel like we didn't quite see the makeup part, but they just show us the fight. But I do like that they're comfortable to be honest and fight on the show, not on like the USA one where they're like, everything's fine. Yeah, we're like totally different politics and religions, but it's fine. And then they get to the altar and they're like, no. So at least they're hashing it out a little on the show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the at dinner with Karen and Nicola, where he was like, I missed you. I thought about you on my breaks. And she called him out. I was like, your words are saying this, but your actions are not. So
Yeah.
what'd you think of
Yeah.
their dinner?
Because they did like actually have that explosive fight. The next morning, we see her like not wanting to eat breakfast, not wanting to.
Mm,
She's kind of like you can visibly see her shutting down. She's not into it. And he basically tells her the sun, the moon, and the stars to get over the fight. Like, okay, if you're, because I think it was very evident, right? Like when they
mhm,
fight, she shuts down. She puts a wall up. She doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to discuss it. And so he said, "Oh, if you put a wall up and I have to chase you, I'm going to chase you every time. I'm falling in love with you." Da, 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 da. And it just doesn't seem genuine. And
no.
again, people show love in different ways. So at their dinner, we see him doing these nice little gestures for her. You know, when she came home, he had the balloons and then he set up this nice little dinner for her. And then I think
Mhm,
even on the vacation, he set up like a dinner for her, something like that. So I think like that's how he shows love. Like everyone shows love different. So while she receives love by like physical touch, I think that he is showing her love in different
mhm.
ways. That's why he's doing these nice little gestures for her. And I think that that's his way of showing love. But her way of receiving love is not acts of service. Clearly, it's
Yeah.
physical touch, you know?
Mhm.
So she calls him out and says, you know, your words are saying this, but like your actions are not because you don't touch me, you don't this, you don't that, you don't this. And I think he kind of tells her, well, you know, you think, and she tells him, right, you should get somebody more like you. Because that's one thing that I do agree on. I
Yeah.
think that if you guys don't speak the same love language, it's very hard to change who you naturally are to accommodate
Mhm.
your partner. And so I think it's
Yeah.
very important to find somebody who does like show love by physical touch naturally, because you can force yourself to do it, but it's going to go back to normal in a week or two or three or four.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's eventually going to go back.
Especially at like, they're at the start. This is, like, the honeymoon phase. This is the part where, like, you would most care about, like, showing your partner what they want, right? But, like, a year, 2 years, 5 years in, you're not if something is, like, so much work, like, this isn't natural to me, it's gonna get old, and eventually, they're gonna stop doing it. Like, I don't know if you don't have that immediate at the beginning, it's really hard to work on it so many years in. Did you
Yeah.
think these balloons and surprises were the production's idea or the men's? Because there was a couple men doing these surprises.
I
Or do you
don't
think it
know.
was genuine?
I don't know. Like it seemed genuine. Like we hear because I guess it's Joe. I don't know if you realize Georgia and
Were they both
Giovanni,
Joe?
they were both Joe, but it was
Yeah, okay.
G-I-O. So out here
Yeah.
it's that would be Gio. But I think
Mhm.
maybe in Italy it's Joe. So they
Yeah.
call each other Joe because you know they both have a G-I-O. So we hear him say to the camera, which we will get to them because they are hot ass fucking
Yeah.
mess. But
Yes.
we hear him say like I like doing these little gestures, but I don't know, maybe it was them, but and if it was production, then Nicola really has a problem because the only reason
Yeah.
why I'm like, oh, he's showing love in different ways, it's just not in the way that she wants it. And
Uh-huh.
I think she's like, yeah, like I don't know, but I do agree that there is something off with their connection.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think
Yeah.
he's into it. I think he just wants to stay in the experiment as long as he can. And I think she's into it, but she knows she can feel something's off. And I also think she's very insecure though.
Yeah. She's
Hmm.
insecure and he's very cold. Like that just seems to be his style. So it's just not a
Yeah.
good combination. And yeah, him not telling his parents and then lying to her and not telling her that he didn't tell. I think that's a red flag. Like
Didn't he say to her that he did tell his parents?
I think, yeah, he lied to her, right?
Yeah, he lied and
Yeah.
said, I told my parents everything. And then, like, he told the camera that he didn't tell them shit.
Yeah. And, like, have they talked, like, 'cause it feels like a lot of these men are not wanting to get intimate with these women, and so have they talked about that at all? No. It seemed on the vacation like they were
I
hooking
think
up,
they
right?
were hooking up. Yeah. They're being coy. They're being
They
coy.
are.
They're not telling us if they're banging. I need to know.
We need one of these men in there to be nosy and go around asking everyone, like Dave on the Minneapolis season, like, "Are you guys hooking up?" Because we need to know that. Because I think if they are hooking up, it feels like there is more of a natural, like, it's genuine. Like, on this last USA season, they weren't even kissing. Like, they were just not into each other. So, I don't know. It feels like it could just be his style that he's cold,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
he could not be into her. It's like, is that what would he be like if he had been with someone else? Maybe, what's her name? Luda. Do you
Yeah.
think he's still thinking about her or no?
No, I don't think
No.
so. I don't think so. I think some people just have a very, like, cold exterior. They're very stoic.
Yeah.
That's just how they operate. And I think, like she said, you need to maybe get somebody more like you.
Hmm. Yeah, someone a little more cold.
Yeah. Or who doesn't need the constant affection, who kind of just, you know,
Hmm. Well, speaking of Luda and Davide, what do you think about this fuck buddy having his keys thing? Like, we found his Instagram, by the way, and he's got a woman. I need to find out when they actually filmed this because he's got a woman all over there. Now, I don't know if that's his sister, his girlfriend. It's giving he's on the show for fame and he has a girlfriend, right? Like, who has someone in their house with their keys the day they go to, like, get engaged and get married to someone else? That's not right, right?
it's not right. And I'm confused because he kept saying, it's my friend. And then
Mhm.
we see her, like, the other girl asking her, like, okay, well, have you kissed her? Okay, he's like, we watch movies sometimes. And then we have Luda, like, blatantly calling her a F buddy, blatantly calling her
Mhm.
a situationship. And he's like, maybe they haven't fucked, but they kiss and they hang out. Anywho, it's
Mhm.
inappropriate. Like, how do you even leave your key with somebody and be like, oh, I'm going on this experiment where I might get married? It's like,
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, I definitely understand Luda's, like, being upset about it. I understand it was before me, but it doesn't seem like you came into this experiment with the right intentions. If you're like,
Mhm.
"Here, boo, I'll be back. Keep my key, watch my dog, make sure my shit's okay." Like, you don't
Well, and
have any intention on being for real, for real.
no, and I'm assuming it was filmed sometime in 2024 because they don't usually get it out that fast for it to have been filmed this year. So he has this woman as his 2024 recap. I'm like, you see her? Which looks
Yeah,
a little like Luda, but it's not. Her
yeah.
name is Roberta. And she commented, "My love," and he gave back hearts. And she's all through the photos in 2024. So,
I
like,
don't
here
know.
she is.
Do you
She's
call
in
your
March and she's in December. So,
what
literally, the
does that
whole,
comment say?
it says, he has hashtagged it brother sister, but who comments my love on their brother's photo? You think they're brother and sister?
I don't know. I don't, you guys, our Italian listeners, is it that's the thing, is things that
She commented
seem,
my love on this one too.
so
Is
I
that,
don't know. Maybe in Italy you talk to your siblings like that. Like, so out my American ass, that's weird, right? I would never call my brother my love, but maybe in Italy that's normal, you know?
yeah. But
Maybe it's a sister. Why would
she
you
has
hashtag a picture brother and sister if it's not your sister?
she has a different last name than him, so that's not giving that's my
But maybe
sister.
she's
So
married.
there's no man on her Instagram. So we need to know about this. If
Hashtag
anyone,
brother and sister though?
yeah, this says, okay, this says Milano, I'm guessing with my love, right? There they are again in 2024. And she hashtagged it family first. So I don't know, like, what kind of family love this is, because I mean,
I
it's
think
cute
it
to be
must be
that.
common. It must be common to call your siblings my love in Italy, is what I'm assuming.
Is this siblings?
No. Wait, let me see it again. That's definitely not a sibling. Okay, for those of you guys that are listening, okay, hell no, that's not his sister. And if it is his sister, then you got, if you're listening and you can't see the photo, they're prom posing. Okay, they're
Yeah.
prom posing. Okay, it's a picture of them prom posing. What does that caption say?
That caption says, I can't read it, and there's no translation. Milano y mi amori. So I'm
That
thinking
means
Milan with my
Milano
love.
with my love. Let me
Yeah.
ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Put it in Google Translate, but I feel like that's pretty Milano with my love.
Yeah. But in 2023, she's on here kissing a different man. Maybe they're just really close with their siblings. I don't know.
Nah. We thought Dave's relationship with his sister was bizarre. It takes the cake.
It's another Dave too close to his. But then also, by the way, he's got this video. Okay, this is gonna be a spoiler alert, so skip ahead a little. But he's got a video with two girls kissing all over him in May of this year. So I don't think it works out with him and Ludo. Sorry for the spoiler alert. But if that's how close they are with their sisters, maybe this is okay when you're in a relationship. But like, there's kissing and hugging and
You know what? I did not take Davide to be a fuckboy.
right. I don't know what's happening with Davide. Like, is that your sister? What's happening? What if they do get married? And that's
No.
just what.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way. He's a fuckboy. Like, this is giving fuckboy energy. This is American fuckboy energy. You have women kissing all over you. You leave your key with your partner, with the girl you're sleeping with. Like, that's bizarre. Your intentions are not there. You didn't go into this with the right reasons. And
No.
then what, he wanted Luda to pick up the key? Did I hear that right?
And his Instagram is full of hundreds of photos of like these like little glamour shots of himself. So he's very giving F boy energy. Like I'm talking like lots of them. This is just
Oh, not gazing off into the sunset. Take another one. I'm gonna look
yeah.
to the side. Oh,
Which you
brother.
saw his apartment, right? Had photos of himself. Which is that weird? Like I guess if you're in a couple, you put photos of yourself like in your couple, right? But just you by yourself all over your house, is that weird,
Girls
right?
do that. I know women do that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know a man that just has a picture of just himself. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe things are
I
different in Italy. Culturally, it might be different.
I feel like Luda's gonna have a lot to say after this. So I hope maybe she speaks enough English to talk to us, because I feel like he's
Oh, yeah.
just not who
Oh, no.
he's
No, he's a
pretending to be.
fuckboy. He's a fuckboy. Who does that? Who does that? I'm going on a show to get married, but I'm going to leave my key with the girl I'm hooking up with, or whatever you
I
want to call it.
I
Situationship?
bet it's this Roberta girl. I bet it's her.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
Trouble.
like, I think Davide forgot to scrub his Instagram.
Yeah, and maybe he like put on those little brother sister hashtags thinking he was fooling us. You can't fool us, Davide, okay? We're
Unless you've got a
top-notch
very
detectives.
unless you've got a very strange relationship with your sister, I would never let my brother get that close to. I'd be like, get off me.
His hands
Like,
around your waist.
hug me, like, and
From
I'm
behind.
leaning, like hugging her from behind. His arms are wrapped around me. I'm snuggling his arms and he's leaning into my neck, and I'm like leaning into him. Hell no! I'd be like, get off me. What the hell? The thought of it makes my skin
very
crawl.
weird. Yeah, and if it's like what I'm guessing is maybe what it is like, you have those family friends where it's like your cousin or like that's my aunt, but it's not your aunt, it's a friend. Like that's even worse, because then there's no blood relation. You definitely can, and he is sleeping with that person. Like just
He can, and he is.
yeah, just because you're hashtagging like, "Ooh, my sister," because we've been friends for so long. Like, not with that post. You're not friends. So
And calling each other my love, I don't know, very bizarre. It's definitely giving fuckboy. A plus B equals C. Okay, like you
yeah,
left your key with this girl. Why would you want her to pick it up? How is that not embarrassing for her?
right. Like maybe she's got other relationships too, and they really
No.
were just like friends with benefits. But he's going to get married on a TV show, I think that's the time you give the key back and focus on yourself or something else, because that's
Or if you
embarrassing.
went in with the right intention, you would say, "Hey, I don't know what's going to happen when I go on this show. I might end up meeting somebody, so we
Mhm.
have to end this now." Who I just don't understand. I understand that all of these people have lives and relationships before going on to this show,
Mhm.
but the point of the show, the premise of the show has always been like you can't find a partner in the real world. What is with
Yeah.
these people? Like you have a partner in the real world. You don't have no problems finding it. You don't need to come on this show. You know?
Yeah, if
So
you don't wanna marry your fuck buddy that you call your sister, then you don't wanna marry some random stranger through a wall. So, I think going in without these strings is the only way it's gonna work, because we saw that on the what was the last one we watched? Where I think that was France, where the guy, like, ended up leaving because he's still thinking about the girl he left at home. So, you can't
yeah.
have, like, a clear mind if you literally are with someone else the day before you go. Even if you say, "It's just a fuck buddy, I don't care about that
But
person,"
we've
like,
seen that with Lauren,
it's messy.
right? She had a fuck
Mhm.
buddy and she claims, I knew I wasn't going to marry him. I knew he wasn't marriage material. And so I, came on this
Although
experiment to find somebody.
that guy sucked, so I get it. He definitely wasn't marriage material,
Yeah.
and, why she even wanted to sleep with him is beyond me, but
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess, but I think like having, like she said, like not only having to see her the first thing you do when you come back, but also you have to see her and you have to break it off.
yeah.
I
And
think she was valid in being
he brought her?
upset.
Is that what happened? They
I
met?
don't
That's how did
know
that go?
because we see them going back into his apartment. So it's like, was Luda there when he got this key back? That's weird.
They needed
That's
to show
awkward.
us that.
Yeah, like, did he break things off with this girl? This is all very weird. And what's so crazy is before I seen this scene or before I had this information, they were surprising me. I was like, oh, they actually seem into each other. She seems to really like him now. Like, they
Mhm.
seem really cute. They communicate, they have banter. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I could see this working. But now I'm like, hell no, bitch, you're a fuckboy. Like, this is not going to work.
Yeah, I know. I feel like he is a good match for her, not knowing all the stuff about him, but I feel like she's comfortable with him, very comfortable and confident, and so they have that banter, and she's herself, but yeah, I mean, seeing that he's a secret F-boy, I am shocked. I didn't think he was gonna turn out to be the F-boy of the season. They probably all are. I gotta look at all their Instagrams now because 'cause they're
Yeah.
not hiding stuff in Italy, so
Very well. Their NDAs are set up different.
Ye yeah, like, they don't check the Instagrams, the producers need to talk to us, actually don't. I like when they leave these little treats for us on the
Clues.
Instagram because we're gonna put 2 and 2 together, sorta. I don't think Luda and Davide had one more little, like, fight about not really fight, but the whole bike thing, which is funny because right before she said it, I was thinking, like, "Why does he keep bringing up that she can't ride a damn bike?" It's kinda rude, right?
Yeah, and I think that he thinks it's one of those cute little things that's like an inside joke, and he doesn't
Yeah,
realize that it's something that, like, it's not cute. Like, I actually, like, don't like, I'm a little insecure about it, so, like,
yeah,
keep bringing it up. I shared something with you. You're
mhm.
trying to make it this funny joke thing, but, like, it's over. Like, you killed it. You burnt it out. Like, stop, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, he's, like, taking her vulnerability and insecurity and now making it a joke, which is, like, the last thing you want when you, like, confide in someone, like, "This is a sore spot for me," and now I think he doesn't wanna get deep with her, and he always keeps it surface level, and so
Yeah.
that's why he jokes about it.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so cute if he, like, rented a bike and was like, "I'm gonna teach you," and that would be cute, but just to, like, poke fun at it every time they see
You
a
wanna get on a
bike.
bike? You wanna get on a bike? You wanna get on a bike? Like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Oh my god.
If I were her, I would literally go learn on my own and then just ride a bike by him. Like, I was kidding. I know how to ride a bike because
Yeah,
it's getting old.
it's getting so old. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, I don't see them. I think they might. I think they're gonna go to the altar. Like we saw that shoe thing, but I don't think they're gonna say yes. That's for sure.
No, no, I mean, I don't even know. again, we've only watched 5 and 6, so we don't know what
Yeah.
happens in 7 and 8, but I don't it's just not going well for them. I think at first I saw it, I was like, "Okay, they have a good like, when they're, like, sending the postcards to each other and they're walking around Morocco, you could just tell they're kissing, there's that they do have that intimacy there, that natural connection, but,
Mhm.
yeah, like, I just think he's there for the wrong reasons, and I think it's starting to show. Like you said, he's there surface level. You have this friend, and he thinks, "Oh, just because I told you about it, like, you should be okay because I told you about it." Like, no, bitch, that's not the way it works, okay?
Yeah, I kind of feel like I want to just message this Luda girl and with the picture of him and be like, "Is this the fuck buddy? Is it Roberta? Because that's the
Yeah, ask her,
pieces."
see what she says.
Oh, shit.
Why not?
Okay, I followed her, so and she don't got no man. That's her brother on here, so that's a good sign so far.
Yeah. Then let the digging begin. Hopefully she speaks, good enough English to talk to us. What? She
She
followed you back?
does.
What?
No, she has a picture with a man, but it's 2022, so false alarm. But I was like, what is
Also,
going on with these people not wiping their Instagram? But it's
I
2022, so
okay, okay,
safe.
okay, okay. This is gonna start another discussion because how do you feel about exes being on your page? Like, do you not think that that's weird? Like, when you
It's so
guys
weird.
break up, like, shouldn't you delete them?
It's very weird because this actually happened with Sarah from the Minneapolis season. If you go back on her, she has tons of pictures of an ex. And it's like, who leaves that on their page? Because if you get a new partner, don't they feel weird about that? Yeah, I guess the year is there. Maybe people find it to be a good thing. You're showing like I had this long relationship and we're still cool with each other. Usually when you delete, it's like it ended badly, but
Archive.
it's weird,
I would
right?
if I had a new partner, I wouldn't leave my ex up because I wouldn't want my current partner having pictures with their ex on their social. It's
No.
so easy to archive it. Like, what's the
And
point of it still being
like
there?
your new partner's friends and family are probably gonna creep it and then be like, "Oh, you're just gonna compare. This is what they did with their ex, and this is the photos they took, and these are the places they went." Like, it just feels like unnecessary,
For
right?
sure. For sure.
But apparently they do it differently in Italy. So, or maybe that was a brother. I didn't read the caption. So, yeah, tell us about this brother sister thing and if that's just normal in Italy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about Luda and Davide. Do you?
Yeah. No.
Should we
Mm-mm.
move on to the hottest mess couple, Joe and Joe, Georgia, Giorgio, whatever we're calling them?
What in the actual fuck? Okay, question. He
He,
totally lied, right? About having a work trip so that he didn't have to go and move into the apartment with her because why when she FaceTimed you, number one, she FaceTimed you, you're at home. She
uh,
thought you're already on the work trip. And then while you guys are on the phone, he said, "Tomorrow I'm gonna have my friends and family come over." You're supposed to be on a work trip. What do you mean tomorrow you're gonna have your friends and family come over?
yeah, no, there was no work trip. And also when he said,
It was so
she said she said something like, "You haven't had sex in a month. You should be so horny." And I was thinking like he probably has had sex in the last week. So because he definitely seems like an F boy, right? Or do you think he just gives that energy?
I think he went directly to go get some. That's where I think he went. Not he didn't go to no Rome. He didn't go to no business trip. And to me, she like and again, it could be the edit, but she let that go so easily. The fact that
Mm,
he told you he's in Rome for a work trip and you call him and he's at home. That is such a red flag. The
weird.
fact that I had to go into this part of the experiment alone by myself, like even on vacation, they had this really weird interaction at the pool where
Hmm.
she's trying to be sexy with him and she's like, "You want me to wear him like this or you want me to wear him like this?" Where she's basically taking her fucking panties off and you're like, I don't get it. You're sunbathing in a collared long sleeve t-shirt. Like, strange.
So
He's a
cringe.
strange individual. He doesn't like her. He's not into her. So I don't really know what he's doing. And I didn't even know she was a doctor. I don't know if that's the translation or you guys let us know
Hmm.
if that's her profession, but for us it said doctor. She's 100% right. You're
Hmm.
trying to come up with excuses and reasons so that when
Hmm.
the time comes it's a no, and it's my fault. Like, I'm so confused why she let the Rome go. It was
Mhm.
so obvious he wasn't in Rome. There was no Rome. There was no business trip. Then you said your family's coming over, but she wasn't invited and you needed to prepare them. And then you just pop up in the apartment. You know,
Yeah.
eh.
That was so awkward how excited she got about him surprising her, and I'm like, "I think he's here just to dump you, so I wouldn't be crying and kissing him," but they keep having these fights and then still staying together. I think he's just there to advertise this castle business he wants to start. He's trying to be with her as little as possible. He's getting out of the bed before her in the morning. He's going home on these fake trips. Like, I think he wants the TV time, but he doesn't wanna be around her at all.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I think you're right.
What What did you think about the first conversation they had with this whole Georgiana thing? And he said he has feelings for her still. That's
Oh my
crazy.
God. Again, just trying to find reasons for her to dump him, right? Because
Yeah.
first of all, what the fuck are you even talking about? You like that conversation confused me so much. I was literally watching the TV screen like, what? Like, how is he making this her fault? He literally told her in that
Yeah.
conversation, it's your fault because I liked her and like basically you made me choose you. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And then he turns around and says, no, no, no. I chose you because I wanted to, but like it's very obvious to me that she picked her second option. In what world, in that conversation that we seen with Georgiana and
Mhm.
Gio or Joe, man, Joe, did he make up in his mind that she was still interested in him? She was not, but
No.
you are interested in her. So now you're like, I'm just trying to. First of all, Joe, it's your fault. And I'm just trying to, like, I'm an empath. Like, so I'm empathetic that I hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
And girl, Joe is like, what the fuck? Like, she moved on with somebody else. So what the hell are you even talking about? She doesn't give a damn about you, bro. Like,
Yeah, he was like, "Damn you," to her, which is crazy, and it feels like he always does this. He tries to make everything her fault. He's basically treating her as bad as he can get away with so that she'll dump him. We see men do that sometimes, right? They don't wanna be the bad guy, so he's just treating her terribly so that she'll end it, right? I think
yep.
that's what he wants. Mhm.
Yeah, because that
For her own damn.
conversation, I thought, okay, it's over. Yeah, like it's
Mhm.
over. He said, damn you for making me pick you and not her. I still have feelings for her. I felt bad for her. I'm empathetic because she didn't get me. And it's like, bitch, she
Mhm.
doesn't even want you. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? And even this whole castle conversation, you did all of this nice gesture. You brought her flowers. She's crying all of this for you to
Mhm.
turn around and be like, so you're just going to give up your dream? You're just going to give up your, if she's, and she's literally telling him, I'll make it work. I'll figure it out. Like, and he's like, no, it's impossible. Like, you want to hear her
Mhm.
say, I can't do this. That's not compatible. If like, bruh, you just say it then. Just fucking say it then. I don't think our lives are gonna mesh. But why do
Mhm.
you think that? The girl is telling you, like, I have a job that I can go to work and come home to this fucking castle at night. And he's like, no, you're gonna have to do things during the day. No, you're gonna have to do things during the day, bitch, because this is your
Yeah.
dream. This is what you want.
Yeah, she's literally a hot doctor and she's obsessed with him and he's having problems with that. It's like, what does he want then? It's ridiculous. So,
He wants, like she said, she wants somebody that's just going to say, I will follow you blindly. I will give up my career. I will give up my life and
mhm,
trust your dream and live out your dream. I will run your castle or your bed and breakfast or whatever the fuck he wants. I don't even, maybe it's not even translating to castle. Maybe it's just
yeah,
translating to castle. Because I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? A bed and breakfast? He wants to open up a bed and breakfast in the woods? Like, is that what he means? Like, because
yeah,
I'm like, he wants somebody that's just going to be like, I'm going to quit what I have to do and just follow you with you, what you have to do and run
mhm.
your business for you, basically.
And for him to choose someone that's a doctor that has this massive career that they put all this time into when that's what he wants is so ridiculous. Like he knew it wasn't gonna work out from the start, which I
They
think he
were
did on
fighting in the pod.
purpose.
Yes, they were fighting in the
Mhm,
pods. Like, what made you think he knew that she was a strong willed woman? He knew that she was very, you know what I mean? And you still picked her and just to fight with her and just to like, you knew what she did in the pods. And like you said, you chose her because You're like, if I pick Jordana, she's easygoing and she is willing to quit her job and move with me and live this life, then I might actually have to fucking get married. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted someone that there was gonna be these big obstacles so he could get out of it, so
But he doesn't want to take responsibility for the obstacles. He wants the
no.
obstacles to be her fucking fault. Like, she's telling you, we can live this life. I can make it work for myself and my career, and it's still not good enough. He's like, nope, no, it's not.
Mhm.
No, you're not. And then to shit on her career, I have employees. Do you?
Crazy.
And then call
I
him
don't
a
even
liar because you didn't blatantly say that your career is more important than mine, but you alluded to it, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't say it verbatim, but you alluded to it. If you say,
Mhm.
I have employees, do you? You're shitting on my
Yeah.
job, bitch. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't, and see, she's a better bitch than me because this is exactly how I would have started talking to his stupid ass. I'm a fucking liar, bitch. Like, you actually, no, I'm just kidding. I would talk to
No,
him.
but
He might actually deserve it, but I would never talk to
yeah.
somebody that I like respect like that. But I'd be like, no, I'm actually not a liar because if you
Mhm.
said this implies this, dummy.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? He's trying to get out on a technicality because he didn't
Yeah.
verbatim say my job is more important than yours.
Mhm. I
Fucking
don't even know
asshole.
what his job is. I thought it was bar
What is
events
his
or something.
job? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think he works in clubs and probably has some people underneath him. I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't know. How the fuck do you want to move to a castle, bitch? And you are a nightclub. You work in nightclubs, don't you? Like, there's no
Yeah.
nightclubs in the woods. You fucking
I bet
twat.
he's probably started this castle thing now, and that's his whole point of being on here was to advertise this damn castle. So we're not going to the castle. So just let it go. No one wants to visit your castle. He's not
Yeah,
coming across
we're
very good.
we're
So
not going to your fucking castle. Yeah,
no.
and it's like it didn't matter what she said. It was like, it's still not gonna work. It's like, okay, well, if you just think it's not gonna work, then just say that, but don't try and make it
Yeah,
my fault. Like,
I
and
know.
yet she's still there. Like, oh my god, I pray that she's the one to walk away from him. I pray because what are you obsessed with?
Yes.
You're not even having sex with him. I think that
No.
time on the couch was the first time that they kissed. Was that the first time
Yeah.
that they kissed? Because she was like,
Yeah.
oh, I finally got a kiss.
Embarrassing. It's definitely her ego. I think we all do this where someone doesn't want you and you're like, well, now I have to have them. And so if he was being like, I think she needs to take that step back and be like, why do I want this person? He's not treating me well. He's not into me. Like, there's not one good thing about him. So what is she fighting for? It's just the
Yeah.
ego, right?
Yeah, that ego's a bitch because you just be wanting to
Mhm.
win, you know?
Yeah. And you're not getting a good prize. So she needs to, I hope she figures it out. I did see, well, I don't want to spoil it, but I think the titles of the next episode say somebody breaks up, but I don't know if I read it right. So
Yeah.
I hope it's them if
I hope
someone
it's
breaks
them.
up.
If it's anyone, I hope it's them, and I hope she's the one that dumps his dumb ass, his
Hmm.
dumb dressing
Although
clock having
part of
ass.
me part of me wants him to have to do it because that's what he wants. He wants her to
Yeah,
end it so he can lie at this reunion and be like, well, I tried. She ended it. I was
yeah,
trying.
that's
So I
true.
want him to have to do it, but
You're
that is
right.
embarrassing for
You're
her.
right. It
So
is embarrassing for her, but I think it'll be a powerful moment if she's like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, you do
mhm.
it. This is what you want. I mean, she
Yeah.
should want it too. Like, but like, go ahead, do it. Be a man. Fucking do it. Do it.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
do it for the reasons that you think instead of putting everything on me. The fact that he told her damn you about him having to dump Jordana was crazy to me. How they
So
bounce back
crazy.
from that is wild.
Yeah, that she can still sit there and cry because he just came in her apartment. Like she's crying over what? It was crazy. So,
Yeah.
um, speaking of Georgiana, I think her and Parmi's only problem is the family stuff. So
Yeah.
crazy that he described it as a game to his family. They go on this show obviously not expecting to go past the pods or like I can see how that happens. Sometimes you like start something and you're like, "Oh, it's not going to go that far." And then all of a sudden you're like
Oh wait,
engaged,
I
right?
actually
So,
like somebody. Yeah.
yeah. But I feel like that just makes it seem like they're not taking it seriously. Like you weren't going in there to actually get engaged. Otherwise, you would have told your family. So, but I guess
Yeah.
they don't want to tell them in case they don't get engaged
Yes. I
or
think
they talk them out of it.
we see that with Yoni and Alessandro, right? Like she's like, okay, this experiment is getting so deep. And, like, I
Yeah.
don't wanna disappoint my parents because there is that reality that at the end, this could be a no, you know? So
Mhm.
Georgiana and Parmi, I think I was very surprised to hear his family say a month is not enough time because in Indian culture, you know, it's very common to have arranged marriages where you don't even fucking know the person that you're getting married, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of dated, that's kind of a dated outlook now, but it still does happen to where
Mhm.
quickness is not really a problem. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like his brother even seemed to be like, yeah, one step at a time, day by day. But him
Mhm.
describing it as a game and not telling them, he said he did tell them about the wedding. He did tell them. He said it would be in like three
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. Do
They,
you think if he would have said it's an Indian woman that I met, they wouldn't be like that? Like, they wouldn't.
I,
Yeah. That
I
might be
think
why they're like,
I
"Take your
think,
time."
I think they might be a little bit more open, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. So,
I just realized, you know who would make such a cute couple is Sarover and
and pardon
Army.
me. Yeah, for
We need to
sure.
get them together because
Yeah, for sure.
obviously their families would be happy with that, but, I mean, you have to do what your heart wants. I feel like they do genuinely like each other
For
or
sure.
yeah. Her
They seem to have the cute like, him waking up at 5 a.m. to take her to work. If that's not an act of love, I don't know what is. I
that
wouldn't even fucking do that. I'd be
so
like, "Bitch,
sweet. No.
get in a fucking Uber. I'll pay for it. Bye." Like, you know what I mean? But it's just like
Yeah,
they have
that's a lot.
yeah, they have so many elements that are so cute. You can see they have that physical touch element. They're very cutesy with each other. But the
Mhm.
fact that she's like waking up having night terrors basically about what her
Mhm.
family's gonna say, and she didn't even work up the courage to tell her mom that
Yeah.
he's Indian is like, you told her everything else. You didn't tell her about the wedding. You didn't tell her that he's Indian. You just said, I met somebody, he's nice. Of course, any
Mhm.
parents are going to be like, lovely, great, sounds amazing. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm very worried about the impact that their family is going to have on their, you know, their outcome.
Mhm. Yeah, it is sad, obviously, like, we don't live in Europe or Italy, I don't know what it's like there, but for her to say that her parents have these prejudices, like, I didn't know that that's like, she said they're Eastern European, I don't know if there's a whole thing there, like, we talked about on the UK one with Sarover is obviously Indian, and then Cal's what was he?
An
I can't remember, but
asshole.
they
No, I'm just kidding.
whatever it was, there was some long-standing, like, discord between the 2 cultures, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm wondering. I didn't know about this was, like, a thing, so
Yeah.
or is it just specific to her parents? I don't know. She kinda
No,
passed it off like it was Eastern Europeans, right?
yeah, and again, I think we said last time that TikTok that we saw that they are very
Yeah.
like, you know, they will body shame you. They're very racist. Like it's not really a big deal to like be anti anything out there. Like you kind of just are who you are. And it's like I'm Eastern European and I don't like brown people. I guess it's okay to fucking say that out there, but it's like, okay, don't bring your ass
That's
here because
crazy.
it's gonna be a
Yeah.
fucking problem. Like, you know? Um
Which I always assumed, like, Europe is full of so many different cultures, like, I didn't know that it was like that there. I would've thought it's less prejudice than somewhere like USA or Canada, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I
same.
thought we were used to having so many different cultures together, so
Yeah.
very eye-opening to hear what it's like, so
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think theirs is definitely just going we're gonna have to see how the parents react once they know the full information, and I think that's gonna
Mhm.
determine a lot of their outcome, which would be sad because I think that they would actually make a cute couple, you know,
Yeah.
long term, you know. So,
Yeah, I hope their families don't stand in the way of that. I mean, my kids are still little, so I can only guess how I would feel, but I really just can never imagine caring about anything other than they're happy. Like if they were like,
right.
"I love this person," for me to stand in the way of that and be like, "Well, no, that's not who I pictured you being," like that just blows my
Yeah,
mind. I
yeah,
could never.
and I
So,
think so. Who said that? Somebody said that, like, most people's parents just care about their happiness, like, I think it
mhm,
was the host. She was like, you know, "You guys are so worried about what your parents think," but most parents want their kids to just be happy, and that's enough, and, like, that's for
mhm,
sure, like, how my mom is, and like, like I would think that too, or like I wouldn't want to stand in the way of like
No.
you being or doing whatever the fuck you want, like, but I don't know, it is different. It's different.
And
So
I think when you do, like, obviously, whenever you can't have someone, you want it more. So if you're going to try to stand in the way and say, I don't approve of this, you're just going to make your child want to make that choice more, right? You need to let them decide for themselves. And then if it works or if it doesn't work, that was on them. I wouldn't want to be the one to like ruin something for them, or because I didn't approve, now they want to prove me wrong and now they're not even liking this person, but they're with them just to be like rebellious, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. Just not how I would want to parent, because I feel like you're you shouldn't be controlling your child's life to that level of picking who
yeah.
they marry. So that's they got to live with them, not you, right? So
Right, right. What do you think of Yoni and Alessandro?
okay, the first thing is, do men not be standing up in every country? Because what was that about? Because is that a
I don't know. It must be different in Italy. Because she
okay? Because
said that one of her, and I'm sure it was like a playful pet peeve, is that he pees
uh
standing up, and all of her exes peed sitting down. Just so you know, apparently in Canada and in America, most men pee standing up. We even have
mhm,
urinals on the wall because they pee
uh
standing up. Like,
yeah.
it's very common and typical. I would think that your little willy whacker would get wet if you sat down and put it, it would get wet in toilet water. I don't know. Like, I don't even know how you would do that. But apparently
Well,
in Italy, they sit down. Is that, you guys let us know in the comments. Like,
yeah, and like, why would you do that? I guess better aim, which, as someone who lives with 3 boys, the aim is a problem
yeah.
sometimes. The non-lifting the seat, it's not cute. So I get that, but then yes, have you seen there's like a TikTok about that where like, because when men obviously do sit down to go to the bathroom at some points, and like if you're in like a nasty place and then it just goes in the water, like is that what they do?
I don't know. Maybe in Italy they're not big enough to reach the water. I don't know what's going on, but it's just
You need to think
weird.
about that next time if you go home with someone at
Do
a
they
bar or
hold it?
something.
Like, do they just hold it and then aim and, like, make sure that it doesn't
But
hit the
at
water?
some
I'm
point,
very confused.
yeah, at some point, is it dangling there or are they always holding it? I don't know.
I think I don't know, I would think they would have to hold it and control it, or they just let it hit the water, I don't
No.
which is gross.
Yeah, like if you're thinking about what's in, yeah, these are logistics that have never crossed my mind before.
Yeah,
We don't have parts that hang into the water, so
yeah.
let us know. Because yeah, the fact that, sometimes
You
that's what
would
men are
have to
doing.
hold a lot of things, you're gonna have to hold, uh, hold the both parts. The fins.
Maybe someone needs to invent, like, a contraption that you put in there, and it's like a little basket or something.
Oh, you gotta hold a lot, I don't know,
Yeah,
I
so
don't
the
know.
fact that every time they go to the bathroom, they're sitting down is a lot, right? Maybe the water's lower in Italy?
So many things. I don't know. You guys let us know in the comments if you're familiar with how it works in peeing sitting down as a man, but we were
Yes.
perplexed.
Very
But
perplexed.
aside from that, I think that they are very cute. They seem like another couple that's very into each other, like
Yes, they look
naturally.
so good together, just, like, because they both look like models, very glamorous, like, I can just picture them always, like, dressed up and doing stuff. She shared on her Instagram where she got the dress from, that gorgeous dress from their
Mhm.
reveal. She said it took three installments to pay for, so I guess it's a little pricey, but,
Did you find it strange that she said that she doesn't identify as Korean?
I mean, I think it might be the translation,
It
right?
might
Like,
be, right? It might be the translation.
because so but she did grow up there, is that what she said?
She's saying she never resonated with the culture and she would never want to live there because she doesn't it doesn't resonate with her, and like she
Mhm.
doesn't, in that she's never identified as Korean. It's giving internalized racism, but whatever. Maybe
Yes.
that's not what she said. Maybe I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. You guys let me know if that's how it translated, but it seemed to translate the same way with the subtitles
Mhm.
on, because I did have the subtitles on. Um
Well, hearing the way that they are there in Italy, not to overgeneralize, I'm sure not everybody is like this, but the general consensus is that there is a lot of prejudice, right? So I feel like that's really sad that that's how she can't, like, I think that's where it comes from. She's in Italy knowing that this is how people feel about all the other cultures and not being able to be proud and, like, like, to dispel all of that, right? Like, if she was, like, proudly a Korean person, but I don't know what that's like living there as someone from a different culture. It sounds not great. Like, it doesn't sound
yeah.
like they treat them very well.
Yeah, but that it doesn't make you any less Korean because you don't
No.
feel Korean. You know what I mean? Like that's not that's not going to give you the approval of the white man that you want. There's a
No.
whole thing going around on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like it's like they're making light of it, but it's actually not. It's actually very serious topics of like oh it's like on Asian TikTok. It's like a bunch of Asian people talking about how they
Mm,
are frustrated with like the cost of matcha going up because it's so popular now and it's like a cool drink, and how their groceries are going up at their Asian markets because the white people are now
mhm,
taking over and it's increasing the
mhm,
cost, and now they're like things that we used to like get made fun of for eating and drinking and doing are now cool
mhm,
because they're gentrifying it, and like and it's making it harder for us to like obtain these things or get these things or do these things that we just naturally do, and just that's what they're talking
mm,
about, or how certain Asian people, want the approval of white Americans so bad that they marry them, and they, want to mask or hide their Asian culture as much as they can. And apparently that's very common in the Asian
mhm.
community. So it's a whole thing on TikTok. And so then you see creators like, oh, I was in Asian people's business again. And like, this is what I
Yeah.
learned. Like, this is what's going on. This is what they're upset about. And so I think it's more common in the Asian community than we know. So
So is that like America, like in the United States?
yeah, this is like in
Okay.
the things that I've seen. No, actually, I think it was like no. It isn't American, because all of the Asians that were talking about this problem were American, and how American is like, kind of taking over their cultural things. It's making
Yeah.
things harder for them. Um, So
Yeah,
just
it's
yeah, and I know Italy's different, but it seems to I
mm,
do see a lot of like Asians and white American men, like that's very common to see out here for me. Like I
yeah.
don't I know you're not in America. I always think that you're in America, but it's very
Mm.
common, a very common thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just because I live close to Vancouver, which is, like, huge Asian population, like,
Mhm.
every building also has the Asian writing, and, like, it's just, like, such a big thing there, so it's interesting to hear this perspective because 'cause I'm, like, where I live is just a large Asian population, so this is not something, like, I think I mentioned this when we talked about, maybe it was France one with what's his name? I forget, but just, like, the
Then me.
things that I hear. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just different to me because it's always been a part of me, like, where I live growing up, there's always been such a big Asian
Yeah.
community,
There's
and it's
a
just
huge
part.
Asian community here though.
Yeah. In
Huge,
LA?
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
in America, I think in general, but in LA, yeah, there's a huge Asian community, and I think that their complaint is that they're like, kind of
Mhm.
gentrifying their neighborhoods, making their traditional things popular and viral,
Mhm.
that it's just making things more difficult for them to get their traditional foods, to get their traditional, you know what I mean? Like it was never cool to drink matcha. Now all of a
Mhm.
sudden matcha's like a thing, and now they got to pay like $20 for for a matcha when it's like it was like
Yeah.
$2, like, and it's because it's popular now. So
Yeah.
it's just a whole thing going around on TikTok of like, that I've seen a few videos of like
Mhm.
Asian Americans just kind of complaining about, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wanna live somewhere that didn't embrace my culture, my heritage like that, so it's, yeah,
Yeah,
it's sad to see her, like, hide it versus,
embrace it.
uh yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
maybe, just not tolerate it, right? I think
Yeah.
they tolerate it in Italy, this type of prejudice and this type of exclusion, and that's not it wouldn't, like, pass here, right? We don't do
Yeah.
that, but, like, the fact
Yeah.
that it's just that's the way it is there is very odd. I think it needs to change. They
Yeah,
need to
and
get
I
with the
think that
times.
he doesn't even realize she doesn't even realize that a part like the biggest part that intrigued him about her was that she was Korean. Like he loved that. Like
Mhm,
he was so interested in the culture and all of that that it that it kind of it seemed to like take him aback that she wasn't like proud of it or like
yeah,
like kind of was, like, ashamed of it, which is sad to see, and her
mhm,
family seemed to, like, really like him, and they were like,
yeah,
"He's so handsome," and, I think it did dawn on her that, like, okay, like, if this doesn't work out, like, they're
mhm.
gonna be disappointed, and I could see that being a thing, but I think if any of the couples had a chance, it would be them, actually.
Yeah, I know, I feel like her reaction to her parents is what we always talk about, where we can tell some of these people are not in it for real, and they're just
Mhm.
gonna drag their family along to this wedding, and it's like, how do you do that to your parents and your grandma, and, like, they have all of them come, and you can see that's weighing on her, right? Because she
Yeah.
knows maybe she feels genuine, but she knows there's a chance they're not gonna get married, and she sees that her parents are gonna they feel like it's real, and they're getting attached, and that is
Yeah. And
makes it
they're
more
and
real.
they're so open to it. They're so like where all the other families are like so closed off to the idea, her family is definitely open to it. Like they're
Mhm,
like, "Yes, like we want this. If this is what you want, like we're going to be there to support you." So, and
uh-huh,
and you see it because she's like even when he says if we get married, she hangs up on the word if. Like, "Wait, what do you mean if? Like shouldn't it be like when?" So I think she has every intention on marrying him. And I think it
mhm,
scares her that she took that step with her parents without like being certain, of
yeah.
what his answer is. Although I think I don't know, we haven't seen the last 2 episodes, but if I had to make a judgment call right now, I would say it's a yes. Like they seem compatible.
I was just looking up just, like, what is it like to be an Asian person in Italy, and it's just talking about they face a lot of challenges, like racism, especially post-COVID. They all get generalized as Chinese, and
Wow.
it's a big because I think Italy had it was bad there with COVID, right? I think
I
something I
don't
just
know.
remember
Yeah.
it was like yeah, I know they had, like, a lot of deaths, and so,
Mm.
obviously people are very small-minded, and they instead of realizing what actually happened, they're just gonna blame all Asian people. So that might have I wonder, like, what it was like before COVID. If it wasn't this bad,
Yeah.
it sounds like it's gotten a lot worse, so
Yeah. All right. Note to self, never go to Italy.
yeah, and it says the political climate there, far-right rhetoric has fueled anti-immigrant sentiment in Italy. So, yeah. Our Italian listeners, let us know if this all sounds true or if it's overgeneralized.
Yeah, but
Because
like I said, like you verbally saying it doesn't make you less Korean, girl. It
no,
doesn't make you less Asian. Oh,
no.
you could be and have all the white views you want. That doesn't make you white. Like, so
Mm.
it's really sad to see somebody not embrace their culture, their heritage. Like, it's just,
Well, I
we've
think it's just
seen
because
that
of
with oh boy, Patrick on Love is Blind Denver. He was the same way. Like, oh, I'm Asian, but like I'm hot. Like, what the does that
yeah.
even mean? Like, oh, I'm like I'm still a Colorado bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like
Mhm.
the only
Yeah,
person
I
that
mean
seems to care is you. But yeah, I see why she is like that. It's because it's what she's surrounded with, but it's still like I think it would just be more powerful to see her be proud
mhm.
and to be unapologetically Korean. I would like to
Yeah.
see that.
I think it's definitely because of the way that she's treated there, right? And so I don't think it's like a personal choice. I think it's probably because of how they treat Asian people in Italy. And so I'm sure she'll talk more about it. I would like to hear where this came from, if it's like why, like how, like what things they face, to make
Yeah.
her feel that way. Cause yeah, from what I'm seeing on here, people are like worried to even travel there as Asian people. It's not safe. So I don't know. Like I just never, this is just mind blowing. I didn't realize that until we saw that TikTok the other day, people even with red hair or overweight are being like ridiculed. So I can't imagine being like from like Asian or something. It just
Yeah. It seems like
yeah.
a person of color in general, because obviously, even what we're seeing with Georgiana and being so nervous that Parvi's Indian. It's like
Mhm.
it just doesn't seem like they've got a lot
Yeah.
of growing to do as a
Yes.
maybe out
Yeah.
there. They've got a long
Yeah.
way to go, because it's like, okay, well, what's it like being a black person in Italy? Like, what, you know what I mean? It's like,
Mhm. Yeah,
so
I don't know why, I just assumed that these European countries were like where we are at in terms of all of these things. So to see that they're not is surprising, which
yeah,
is something I do enjoy about watching these other countries' versions. You learn about how different things are. I mean, like they pee sitting down, it's mind blowing. So I've
yeah,
never been to Italy. So this is just my first, like, I think it is a social experiment, right? So we learn a lot more than you would from just like reading a book about Italy. You're actually seeing how people interact with each other and the things that seem so normal to them. This is just how it is here, and us to watch and be like, whoa, like that's so different from what we
yeah,
thought. So
yeah, yeah, for
very,
sure.
very mind enlightening, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So anywho, our last couple is Elisa and
Oh,
other
I forgot about
Alessandra.
them.
Yeah. What do you think about
Yeah.
them? What do you make of them? Because do you think he's the problem or she's the problem?
I think they are a bad match, so I don't think they're bringing out anything good in each other. I mean, seeing the way she talked to her friend, I'm like, now I feel like she's the problem. The fact that
Okay.
she's our what?
I thought the same thing, but then I'm like, I see the way she talked to her friend and how she snapped at him and went off on him, and then her friends kind of made that his fault.
Yeah, I think because maybe it wasn't the time to bring it up like constantly in front of her friends, but you're being
Sure.
real, right? He didn't want to lie and be like, "Oh, everything is great." So, yeah, I feel like she's the problem.
Yeah.
He's already 4 years younger. She's mature and now she's a little cranky all the time and he just seems lighthearted and like he just wants to have fun and she's definitely not that's not her personality. She's not
Yeah.
lighthearted. She's very cranky. So, I don't know if they're just not a good match. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I thought they were though in Italy in the vacation. I thought, oh, they said they're a couple that did say that they got physical multiple
mhm.
times in the
Yeah.
night, and I thought they were cute, and I thought that they were like, I was like, okay, this could work. And then we see her like, first of all, bitch, I done stayed here with your dog and everything. A thank you would be nice instead of complaining.
Yeah.
Now, was it weird for her friend to move her stuff around? Yeah, like this ain't your fucking house. Don't move my shit. Like my cleaning lady does that all the time. Like I'll be like, oh, okay, my stuff's over here. My stuff's over here. Now, do you think I call her and be like, excuse me, why'd you move my fucking air fryer? No, I just move
No.
it back. Like, you know what I mean? So I did think it was very rude how she talked to her friend, like how she
Mhm.
came off. And then he asked her a simple question about the dog and she went the fuck off on him. And her friends excused the behavior, right? Like, oh, you need to
Mhm.
learn, you got to know when to talk to her, how to talk to her, why to talk to her. You got to know what moment to kind of creep in there. I get it. Don't complain about me at a dinner table in front of my friends. Whatever you have to say to me, say it in private. He was
Mhm.
wrong there. But for all of her friends to jump down his throat and make it seem like that action of hers is just completely normal,
Yeah.
in what world? In what land?
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's so funny when people complain or say something about like their parent and then you see that like they are the exact same way because we saw her mom on the phone with him, right? And she's like, "We're lawyers," and she got frustrated with her mom, like, "You're being rude," like you're, and then that's exactly how she is. She's rude and like not rude, but like direct and easily agitated. It feels like so. I feel
Yeah.
like she's just like her mom, so she doesn't see that. Maybe she does now after watching, but the way her mom talked to him and hers, the way she talked to her friend and the way she treats people. So it's so
Mm-hmm.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
But
'Cause
funny
I
that they
didn't
said,
see that he did anything. Like, I was watching it trying to see, like, when the friends were like, "Yeah, he's this and he's that, and he just seems to get his point across," and he brought the same thing up. Again, shouldn't have brought that up at the table. Shouldn't That's not a conversation to have with their friends. That's a
mhm,
conversation for you to have with her. But to act like he's just so wrong for not understanding her behavior when her behavior is bizarre,
Yeah.
and, like, I'm just supposed to deal with your fucking attitude? Like, you yelled at me for asking if your dog knows how to jump in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, she was really agitated in that conversation, and I don't know, you know those people who, like, when they're nervous or something, they get, like, very, like, agitated, right? And I feel like she seemed just, like, nervous about the interaction with her friend there and the cameras and trying to pack up her dog, and, like, she was, like, taking it out on him, right?
Yeah, and the friend.
But it doesn't seem that yeah, I'm like, "Why don't you hire a dog sitter then? Don't treat your friends that way." Like, her friend
But if
obviously
that's
doing
how
her a
you talk
favor.
to people, if
Uh-huh,
that's how you talk to people, like he said, I don't like how she talked to her friend. This is clearly a character trait that you have that all of your friends
uh-huh.
are aware of, and when you do it, they just ignore it, right? You don't talk to fucking people like that. And if he
No.
doesn't like that, again, a natural thing about herself that's going to be very difficult for her to change. So if you
Yeah.
already see it and you don't like it, you should probably get out now.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna match. So, do you think
Yeah.
any of these couples are who do you think's gonna make it to the altar?
Altar? I don't know, because I think, like, the foreign countries are a little different as far as, like, their requirements to go to the altar. I think
Mhm.
that, Gio and Gio are not making it. I think that I don't maybe these 2 are not gonna make it either. I
Yeah,
think
I don't
maybe
think
like, he was all out walking her damn dog. I'd be like, "Walk your own fucking dog."
I think
So
he just wanted to get out of there, basically.
yeah, probably. I see Parmy and Georgiana going to the altar. I see Yoni and Alessandro going, and I think if I had to call it, I would say that they're probably the only couple to get married. Gio and Gio, hell no, they're not
Mhm.
going. Who else do we have?
We have,
Oh,
Luda and Davide.
I think they'll go to the altar, definitely not getting married.
Mhm.
Um, because we have 6 couples.
Karen
Karen
Karen and
and
Nicola.
Nicola. And, I think they'll go, but they're not getting married.
No.
And
I don't
then
Yeah, I don't know, like, I can't picture anyone really getting married except for Parmy and Georgiana if they can get
Parma
past the family stuff. They seem to
yeah,
have the best connection,
yeah,
but
for
then it's
sure.
like they also have this family thing, right? It's this, like, shared problem that they're working on, which is not allowing them to really get into anything else, you know what I mean?
That's
The other
true.
ones don't have these family problems, so they are a little problems are popping up, but they are only worried about what their families think, so they don't really have anything else to fight about right now because 'cause they're both like, "I don't even think we can do this because our families are not into it." So,
Yeah,
yeah, I can't picture anyone for sure saying yes right now. Maybe
yeah.
Yoni
Yoni and
and
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Yeah, yeah. And Parmy and Georgiana if they could get past the family stuff. All the
Mhm.
other 4 are doomed.
Yeah, it's not happening. So
Yeah.
let us know what you guys think. Any other thoughts before we go? No, I'm excited
No.
to watch the other 2, and then we get one more episode, so I guess it'll be just the wedding episode, and then the reunion is a couple days after that, so
Yeah. Mhm.
we'll know soon enough what happens, but
Yep.
got all of our Bravo shows out right now, and I think that's all we have right now, right? Love is Blind Italy, Bravo.
Mhm.
Secret Life's wrapped up, so yeah, just
Yeah.
that for now.
Yeah, tons of Bravo shows though. So and
Lot.
Vanderpump Housewives, all the housewives, and then also, the Vanderpump if you guys are watching that. But yeah,
Yes. Alright, well, we'll be back. Thanks for listening.
bye
Bye, guys.
guys.